Yo, what is going on, everyone? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to start a successful farm stand business, and also 95% now of people that watch these videos are not subscribed. Click it. The first thing you're going to need is a farmhouse, obviously, because, well, you can't just be running a farm in a really small backyard that has just complete dirt in it. Firstly, if you want to have something like chickens or ducks, you need to find a town that allows stuff like that, and yeah. I could go, the process about this is really long, and I have a video talking about it, which goes into complete detail about this. Now let's jump into it. Alright, so let's just say you just moved into that new homestead of yours. First thing you need is to rest, and once that 2 to 4 week resting period is up, you know what it's time to do now? It's time to actually get to work on a really small project. It's not going to be getting chickens or doing a garden like I'm walking through right now. It is going to be doing really small projects. So let's just say on your brand new farm you have a really badly maintained property, which is mostly field. Let's just say you have a really healthy 70-30 split between fields and woods. Well, that's going to be a lot of fields for you to maintain if you have a lot more than 15 acres. So yeah, get to work on that, because that should be your main priority, and then build something like a shed or something like that. So start small and then progressively get bigger. Alright, so now that you got all those basic projects done, it's probably been usually about 3 to 6 months of hard work on your farm. Not really that hard. But you know, once all that's done and all your fields are maintained and all, now it is officially time to actually start to get livestock in your farm. So there are 3 types of livestock, quote unquote, that you could put in there. The first type is poultry, because a lot of farms, you wouldn't believe it, are actually more poultry based. At the current moment, we are poultry based, mostly chickens. But in the future, we'll be planning to expand to more stuff. Other than that, you need to come up with a plan. So poultry, livestock, which is other stuff other than poultry, since I classify poultry as its own basic thing in the livestock thing. And then you also have gardening. And yeah, gardening, your first garden is probably going to be your pepper patch in like 2 or 3 years. So yeah, be prepared. Alright, so chances are for the first couple of months of your first livestock, you're not going to get anything. Livestock including gardening. So now that you got all that first stuff done, and now it's time to actually start to set up the business that you want to set up. Now, there are 2 types of businesses that you can sort of put yourself into. One is way more successful than the other. The one that is way more successful than the other is farm stands, because those apply to people that are in a rush to get stuff and just need to stop by, maybe get a couple, like, maybe they need, like, corn for, like, corn on the cob or something like that. But those are a lot more successful than the other one, which is basically, like, what I like to call a farmer's market. But farmer's market is more like a gathering with a collection of farmers rather than just one. So the farmer's market one is a lot less successful, because that requires people to actually drive into, like, a parking lot. And, well, when you go to a farm, you just expect to pick something up from the road, not just go and do parking lot, have to walk through security, and then just walk right in and have to harvest stuff yourself. I'm sorry, this is not like a big business or anything. This is just something you're doing in your own backyard. So the first one was way more successful than the other, and I want you to like the video because I had to do tons of calculations over the successions of both of them. This took me like 3 hours to calculate this stuff, but the succession rate I got for for farm stands, I got a 77.4% succession rate. Well, 77.4 repeated, to be exact. And then for the other ones, for the other farmer's market one, I got a total of 19%. So I think you know what one you want to go for now. So let's just say you had a pretty fun time doing livestock or whatever you did. Now it's time to finally expand into other stuff and the circle I created. So you can expand. So if you did gardening and chickens, you can actually combine the first one together. But let's just say you did gardening and chickens. You can expand to other stuff in that ring, such as for gardening, you might want to expand to indoor gardening, which this is actually hopefully going to be my first successful year. Please cross my fingers for me because, well, I can't for some reason. But yeah, indoor gardening is one. Ducks or something else like that. So you get like ducks, geese, quail, anything in the poultry ring of things. And then you also get stuff like, and then not only do you get stuff from the poultry ring of things, but also farms like livestock. So if you did maybe something like honeybees for the first one, then you might want to expand to something a little bit more complicated, but still fairly easy, maybe like cows or pigs or something like that. And yeah, those are what I recommend for you if you want to jump from thing to thing. So let's just say at this point, you've been doing farming for years and years, and you've had a really good experience with it. But you've accomplished everything you wanted to accomplish, at least in the ring of things you wanted to experiment with. Now it's time to actually get the real thing, so that our pet flock, believe it or not, of chickens is actually just an experiment. Whereas our farm flock, which originally had like 40-something chickens in it, but we lost like 75% of them in the course of under a year because of red-tailed hawk and fox attacks and stuff like that. So we lost a lot of them. We used to have 40, now we're down to 14. And we are working on expanding our deal with chickens, and then also some other stuff with that too. Anyways, my business email is to chicken868 if you want to contact me for sponsorships and other stuff, and that was about it.